get the meeting started then. Good afternoon. This is the Township of Centre Wellington Committee of Adjustment meeting for Thursday, September the 17th, 2020, 3 o'clock, and it is being held electronically. So I've called the meeting to order. Disclosure of pecuniary interest under the Municipal Conflict of Interest Act. Aaron? Fernando? I think you're muted, Fernando. Yeah.
I'm in.
Okay, and Kathy?
None.
Okay. All right, seeing none. Our next order of business will be the confirmation of minutes from the August 20th, 2020 meeting. So if everyone's had the opportunity then to review those minutes, any corrections? Kathy?
Minutes.
Okay, Fernando?
I don't have any concerns.
And Aaron?
I'm okay with them.
Okay, great. So may I have a mover then to approve the minutes, please?
I can move them. Aaron.
Okay, moved by Aaron and seconded by
Fernando.
Fernando. Okay, seconded by Fernando, and all in favor of approving the minutes for August 20th, 2020. Aaron?
In favor.
Fernando?
In favor.
And Kathy?
Okay.
Okay, and that's carried. Thank you. Okay, so our well, maybe I will just announce that application A20/2020 and application A21/2020 have both of those applications have been withdrawn, and we will not be dealing with those today. So we will move on to our first application, A18/2020, which is actually an application that the committee did defer from its last meeting on August 20th. So the applicant has submitted a revised site plan. There were concerns that were raised by the immediate neighbor regarding the location of the home, or the previous home, and we've now received a revised site plan. It is my understanding, I guess, that the neighbor, Terry Little, I believe, is now in support of the new location. Did you want to add anything to that, Chantal?
No, I can just confirm that I did receive an email after sending the revised sketch to Mr. Little that he was satisfied with the house moving to the opposite side of the driveway. And he was in favor of the variance, provided that is what the committee approves, is that location that with the revised, that was provided on the revised sketch is what the committee approves.
Okay, thank you. So do we have the applicant or agent present then who wishes to speak to the revised site plan submitted?
Is that better?
Yes, Keith. Okay, good.
Okay, there we are.
We can
Okay,
hear you now.
Okay, perfect. Yes, Terry Little called me again last night too, and he thanked us for working with him, and he was in total support. He wanted to know what he could do to even help us, and I said I think it's fine. So we moved the location, and the location where it is now, I can't get much closer to the existing house because of they have a geo-solar heating system in that house, and the lines run there, and we're close to the trees, which we prefer not to cut down. So looks like the best spot available, and I think it works out better for all intents and purposes. So, yes.
Okay, thank you. Now, does the committee members, any committee members have any questions for Keith? Kathy?
No, I would just like to say I'm really pleased to see that the applicant took our advice and explored the other side of the driveway, and it looks like a much better situation to me. So I don't have any questions.
Okay, thank you. Aaron, any questions?
Yeah, one question. In the previous site plan, the applicant was going to build a berm and add additional vegetation. I just want to confirm that that's no longer required because they've moved it to the other side, or it's no longer planned. I don't see it on the site plan. I just want to confirm that.
Okay, that's correct. Can you hear me?
Yes,
Yeah.
we can hear you.
Yes, we're not building a berm now because it doesn't. It'll remain a field on that side by Mr. Little's property. So, yeah.
Okay. Any questions, Fernando?
No, I don't have any questions. I'm actually quite happy with the outcome. Both parties got that together and solved these issues. So no.
Okay, good. Any questions at all for staff by anyone? Kathy?
No question.
No. Aaron?
No questions.
Okay. Fernando?
No questions.
Okay. Okay. So I take it then we are ready then to discuss this application. Now there are actually conditions. There's 5 conditions that staff have recommended. So as all of the committee members, I take from our comments that we're basically in favor of the new location for this residence, and now there is the one condition that talks about creating a berm, so that I take it that that will no longer be required. Maybe Marianne.
Janice, yeah, I was just gonna say, I can speak to the conditions.
Okay.
The conditions were based on the previous drawing when it was proposed on the other side. So those conditions are no longer required, particularly conditions 1 and 2. If the committee wishes to continue with the other three conditions, let me just, look at them again here. So they were location to the adjacent property line to the east was the first one. The second one was for the berm or the screen, privacy screen or buffer. Those 2 don't really apply anymore. We typically would still request or require that they not have a new road entrance, but that is a standard requirement. And I believe the other 2 conditions should still apply. So we would want to ensure that the final location at the building permit stage is where it is per the plan that's been submitted, and that the dwelling not exceed 175 square meters or 1,884 square feet in area. So at a minimum, those last 2 conditions should apply. You're muted, Janice.
Sorry. Yeah. So likely the driveway access, we could likely include that. Just okay. Okay, so maybe we'll start out some discussion by the committee. Kathy?
I can support this application with those last three conditions as per Marianne's discussion. I think that I'm pleased to see that it's moved, and I don't think it should impact the neighbor at all anymore. So I'm prepared to support the application.
Thank you. Fernando?
I'm actually with Kathy. I think I'm very pleased with the outcome. So I'll have 100% approve.
Okay, thank you. Aaron?
No further comment.
Okay. Okay, thank you. Chantal, maybe you could read the decision for us in support with the three conditions, please.
Sure. That in the matter of application for minor variance for relief in the Township of Center Wellington, zoning bylaw 2009-045 as amended, section 4.26, permission be granted to allow a second dwelling as opposed to the bylaw requirement stating no more than one main building is permitted per lot. The effect of the variance is to permit the construction of a second dwelling on the property with an existing principal residence on lands described as 6640 second line, concession to east, part lot 12, register plan 61R5726, part 1, West Garifraxa, Township of Center Wellington, subject to the following conditions. 1, the new dwelling shall have driveway access via the existing driveway and no new road entrance shall be created. 2, the new dwelling shall not exceed 175 square meters in floor area. And 3, prior to the issuance of a building permit, a location plan for the new dwelling shall be provided to the planning staff to ensure compliance with the above conditions.
Okay, thank you. So may I have a mover then for that?
I can move it.
Oh, okay. Moved by Fernando and seconded by?
I can second the application.
Seconded by Kathy. And all in favor? Aaron?
In favor.
Fernando?
In favor.
And Kathy?
Okay.
Okay, and that is carried. Okay, thank you. So there is a 20-day appeal period, of course, for this application prior to being able to move forward. Anyway, thank you to the applicants, and okay. I can't see anybody, so okay, thank you. Okay, so we will then move on to the second application, A19/2020, the location 7122 4th line, Nickel. Relief is being requested to permit an accessory apartment in a detached structure. The effect of the variance is to permit the construction of an accessory apartment above an accessory building, and in this case, a garage. Can I just confirm with Chantal that the signs have been erected on the property notification of this application?
Yes, the sign was posted in accordance with the Planning Act requirements.
Okay, thank you. So do we have the applicant or agent present then to speak to the application? Anyone present? Mr. Rice, Brian, or?
Yes, I am here, and Rob is here as well.
Okay. Rob? Okay, who would like to speak to the application then? maybe if you can just give us, the committee, a brief overview of your application and what you would like to do here.
Rob, would you like to do that, or would you like me to do it? I don't think Rob realizes he's here.
His mic doesn't seem to be working.
Hey, are you on, Rob? We're not hearing you.
Maybe, is he muted or?
No, he's not muted, but it looks like his mic's not working.
Okay, I'll speak to it then. So we've made a plan. It's my property. That there is going to be a garage just beyond the dilapidated house. There's a very old stone farmhouse that is planned to be renovated in about 7 years, but there's nowhere to stay or to live right now. So knowing that in the future that I would require a garage, I felt it was a good idea to actually build a garage with a loft above it so that there was somewhere to actually stay when I was coming up to do the work at the farm. So a design has been created that is a 2-car garage with a small loft living space above it. And Janice, you're on mute still. I can't hear you.
Okay, I'm sorry.
No
Anything
problem.
else? Anything else you would like to add or tell the committee at this particular point in time? Or?
I'm not sure if there's any questions. I know that Rob's put in a very detailed description.
Okay.
My plan is to renovate the actual farmhouse eventually, but I believe that the coach house is a nice addition to the property.
Okay.
And I'm happy to answer any questions, obviously.
Okay. All right. Thank you. Okay. So we will hear from questions from the committee. Aaron, do you have any questions for the applicant, Mr. Rice?
No question.
No questions. Fernando, any questions?
I don't have any questions.
No. Kathy, any questions?
No, I have no.
Okay. Okay. I do actually have a question. I was just wondering, what was the size of the accessory apartment?
It's just a 2-car garage. I believe it's 800 square feet.
Okay.
And normally Rob would answer that, but I think he's still not getting a microphone.
Can you hear me now?
A little
yes.
bit, quite distance.
Here, I'm just going to hold it closer. I think it's probably just not very decent. So if you can hear me, it is 889 square feet
Okay.
on the second floor and 186 on the main, giving us a total of 1,075 square feet.
Okay. Okay. And I guess you plan to renovate. But the renovations to the house are not underway as of yet?
The renovations to the original stone farmhouse, it's a massive undertaking because it's completely dilapidated. So it will be a retirement residence for me. So when I leave Toronto, I will find that there's enough money to actually do the large renovation that the stone farmhouse requires. But as an interim process or an interim place for the next 7 years, the coach house I think is something that will be a stopgap and somewhere to actually stay and live for the short term.
Okay. All right. Okay, thank you. Does anyone have any members of the committee have any questions for staff at all? Kathy?
No question.
Aaron?
No question.
Fernando?
No questions.
Okay. All right. So I think the committee will now discuss the application and whether or not we feel that the application, in fact, meets the requirements of the minor variance and is something that we would like to approve or not. Would you like to start, Kathy?
In reading the application, I'm because I've been involved with the Heritage Committee for many years, I'm pleased to see that the original stone farmhouse will be eventually restored. And I think it's a great stopgap, like the owner suggested, and somebody will be on the property, so that will sort of help with any kind of vandalism that might happen. So
Okay. All right. Thank you. Thank you, Kathy. Aaron, any discussion?
I totally, Kathy's comments, great to see the investment being put in to restore the old farmhouse. It's great.
And Fernando?
No, I'm with Kathy and Aaron. I'm pretty pleased with the work you're doing, and I don't have any more questions.
Okay, thank you. Chantel, would you like to read the decision then in favor of this particular application?
Sure. Just before that, I just wanted to note there was no other correspondence, and there isn't anybody on the line that's speaking in favor of or in opposition to the application. Just
Thank you. Thank you.
No problem. So in the matter of application for minor variance for relief from the Township of Center Wellington zoning bylaw 2009-045 as amended, section 4.1, table 4A, permission be granted to allow an accessory apartment in a detached accessory building. The effect of the variance is to permit the construction of an accessory building with an accessory apartment on lands described as 7122 4th line, concession 4, lot 10, Nickel, Township of Center Wellington.
Thank you. Okay, may I then have a mover for that motion, please?
I will move the motion.
Okay, moved by Kathy, seconded by?
I can second it. Aaron.
Seconded by Aaron. And all in favor? Fernando?
In favor.
Aaron?
In favor.
Kathy?
In favor.
Okay, good. And that's carried. Thank you. So there will of course be a 20-day appeal period before you can then proceed. But thank you for attending today. Okay. So our other two applications have been withdrawn. So that is pretty much it then for our meeting. Any other business, Chantal?
Nothing specific. I just received an application today, and likely one coming in maybe by next week. So we'll have a October meeting, October 22nd. So we'll see everyone back on that date.
Okay, good. All right. So may I have a motion to adjourn the meeting then? Could I have a mover?
Make the motion.
Okay, moved by Kathy, seconded by?
Fernando.
Fernando. All in favor? Kathy?
Yeah.
Fernando?
In favor.
And Aaron?
In favor.
Okay. Thank you. That's carried. Thank you. So our meeting then is adjourned at 3:27.